guys, welcome back. Another episode of Got Caught Thinking. It's your boy Ocho the Video Game. You got Louis the Elite, Chester Caesar, Danny the Manly.
Let's kick it off with I want to kick it off with gas prices, even though we talked about that last week too. But I'm tired.
They keep going up, man.
Why are they so high?
It went my gas. I put gas this shit.
It went my gas.
$30 now. Last time I said how much? $25. It went up 30.
I put almost 40 to fill up.
Jeez.
And I'm a 4-cylinder. It's a 4-cylinder Ford Fusion. Usually, like when gas was like at the price it was, like 150, 160 or so, it would take like 20. If I was like basically on E, almost 25, like $23 or so. But where it's at now, almost from E, it's like 37.
Yeah, but it's like it also runs out quicker. Like it's not even like that. It feels like it runs out a lot quicker. I'm like, dang, I gotta fill up again. It's just been 2 days. But it's like, dang. But yeah, like, cause it feels like I'm at the gas station every 3-4 days, and I'm like, I see the gas prices go up and up and up, and I just literally fill up all the way so that I don't have to deal with this.
It was $2.70 yesterday when I went to put gas. It was super high.
Yeah, I put gas on 3.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
3?
It hurts.
Where's the 3?
It hurts. I don't know exactly where I work at, but
It hurt like at
it's
249 for me.
No, there's still.
But yeah, it's because I run low, and I kind of, like I said, it feels like it runs out so fast, and I'm like, I gotta let it last. So it goes to like the light, and I'm like, I got another 20 miles, and it goes to 20 miles, and I'm like, 5 more miles.
Yeah. This is like
and so I'm like, crap, man. But yeah, and then literally the last gas station is $3, and you're like, man, I could have put $2.67. It's like, yes, freaking gas station. I mean,
freaking Biden. That's why you fell getting on that plane, bro.
You fell
Y'all
3
seen
times,
that boy tripped.
I haven't seen.
You ain't seen it? It was him like walking up the stairs onto, was it Air Force One?
Yeah.
Onto his
Like,
jet.
you know, he like does that running thing. He's like, he was doing that.
He's like, I'm still young. No, not. Yeah.
He knew he was being recorded too.
I know that's what sucks.
They had put a picture of him and like Steph Curry next to him, like with the ball. Somebody had photoshopped that Asian dude from Cross Multiply. That's like with the ball.
The girl.
Well, Biden.
What all has he done?
Never mind.
Oh,
the stimmy did hit.
I feel like we talk about Biden every week. Same thing.
Well, we used to talk about Trump.
No. Yeah.
Trump?
Exactly.
But Trump was on the news all the time.
Where is Trump now?
I heard he's bringing out his own social media type thing. His own thing for it.
Like, yeah.
Well, he was gonna
His online
Since
cult
he can be on
platform.
Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, he's bringing out.
Is he
his own
banned for
platform.
life?
I think so. I think he's banned from a couple social media.
For life?
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think.
Oh, not for life, but he's been bad for.
Yeah. But
Permanently banned, I think that's what they said. So,
I know from Twitter.
right,
That was from Twitter.
yeah.
But like I don't know about other social medias, but I'm pretty sure that like everybody else follows suit. It's like banned. Because I haven't really seen much of them on. Like,
Yeah, I think the other ones were
Feels
just like a
good.
year or so, like afterwards, because they knew that he was gonna start hating or start like revolutions type of thing. And they're like, well, okay, we're just gonna give you a year or so to calm down, like 12-month probation type of thing.
And he
Like,
messed up again.
well, I mean, it hasn't been a year. Has it been? I don't know. So yeah, so it's
been
like
2 months. It feels firm. But the thing is, like, there was so much like criticism when Trump was president, like in the small things. But now that Biden's president and he's failing at things, like we're not holding him accountable as we
Like
should.
what,
like,
though?
Well, what has he done?
He's just chilling in the office.
Exactly. So,
he's increased the
All y'all stimmies hit?
Yeah, but
How much y'all got left?
$2, 50 cents.
yeah.
Enough for the lockdown monster.
What'd you spend it? Did you spend it on? Did you spend it on anything?
I haven't gotten to like actually spend it, but I've spent some of it. You know that feeling where like you have money and you're like, okay, I'm gonna like line it out, but you're swiping your card for things like
Small thing.
Yeah, gas. I had to buy stuff for my dog. I had to buy some groceries, and now like I'm like $200 down. I'm like, come on, bro. Like I didn't even get to spend none of this on me.
We still got a lot though.
I got like 1,000. I got 1,000 left. I spent 400. I don't know on what.
Yeah.
What do we have in that though?
I didn't have to pay. I paid off one of my credit cards a little bit, like $150. That's probably.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it. What are we doing?
But whenever Lewis mentioned the Asian man, that reminded me of the shootings that happened about a week ago or so. Where was it? I think it was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
There was a shooting in Atlanta with the parlors. So the guy, he was 21 and he went into like massage parlors and shot him up because.
Yeah, I think there was 3 places, and I think I read somebody or somewhere that he said
he was on his way to like Florida or something. I think, right?
I think
was he?
He was on his way somewhere else to another apartment.
Oh, I don't know about all that. But yeah, he went to. So the thing is, he was going to massage parlors because he would, you know, like they would like the little, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The little happy ending. Yeah, you know, they were for happy endings. But and the thing is, he would. The reason why he said he shot up is because he was having problems with like that was his sin, I guess. Like he wanted to go away from having sex, but his way of getting over sex was shooting up.
Was shooting the women he was having sex with.
Yeah. And so
That's tough.
what's tough is that the police officers that was like, oh, he's just having a tough day. Like a tough day for going around and shooting people, bro.
That's bull crap, bro.
Like they sympathize.
Sometimes I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't. Sometimes just be quiet. Just don't. You don't have to comment something. Yeah. Like it would be easy for him to go up and be like, we don't know enough about intentions or anything. All we know is it was a horrific crime. No other comment.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let the people.
Make the assumptions that you're trying to. Yeah. I actually talked to somebody about that. About those shootings at my old job. I had shown up to my old job to help out with something in detention, and I was talking to somebody about that, and I actually found like a couple areas where we disagreed, but I was able to step back and be like, well, maybe he had a point. So let me tell y'all kind of what happened. I went. I had brought up the shootings ahead. Did you see that? And we were like, yeah. We started talking about like the sheriff or the officer that went up that was just like dumb, and how like, man, how honestly subliminally his privilege was showing, and his bias was showing. Because you know, you go up there and say stuff like that, it's borderline racist for you to say that, because it's like you're not taking into account the fact that they were all Asian women, the fact that you know that there's already been Asian crimes and they've been targeted a lot lately, and I agreed with it 100%. I was like, yeah, I feel like that's horrible, and I brought up the Jeremy Lin thing. And we talked about that, and he was like, man, I feel like that's messed up too. And I told him, honestly, I was like, look, bro, like, I mean, in my opinion, because I've played sports before, like, I feel like trash talking on the field, on the court, that just is what it is. It's trash talk. You know, sometimes stereotypical things are said, whatever, but I feel like it just stays that, and I don't like people blowing that kind of stuff up, because in my opinion, I feel like you're taking away attention from issues that are really going on, like these issues, these shootings. And he told me straight up, he was like, man, you're starting to sound like the sheriff. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, it's different. I was like, you know, don't you see my perspective that, you know, thinking that, you know, calling Jeremy Lin coronavirus when you hit a layup on him is different from shooting up people. And he was like, yeah, that's true. He's like, but if it was enough of an issue for a grown man to bring it up during the interview, for him to say, you know what, like, I felt discriminated against, like that, you know, it hit places to me where I felt like, you know, they were being racist towards me. You know, you can't come out and say, well, that's just trash talk. You know, like maybe it is, but if somebody's saying, hey, it bothered me, and everything's been going on around, you should listen.
But you're a grown man.
Obviously when we were talking, I was like, I think you're tripping. I went home and I was like, I guess he's right. Maybe I'm a little biased to it because I have played sports and I've heard some things to where I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But I mean, at the end of the day, there are roots, I guess, to racist comments and stuff like that. That can't be ignored.
Yeah, because whenever you said that, I kind of felt the same thing too. I was like, man, that is kind of like, you're kind of defending like the racism, and I was like, that's kind of weird. But at the same time, I didn't know how to like say like defend it. I was like, no, I mean, he's kind of right. Like, yeah, it's a competitive sport. Like even like online, like you hear all these crazy crap, and I'm like, but to bring
That doesn't
race
make it okay.
into it, yeah, it's just like, and especially too, like, it just depends what you say, or like it's literally what you say, because what you say is what's in your mind, like, or your heart, like the whole time, back to back to back to back, and like you could be mean to somebody or rude to somebody and disgusting, but the things that you say are the things that are gonna affect
I
them.
feel like it's the
you know,
way you say, like your intention of saying that is the way, like, it's the way that it matters. Like if I call you stupid,
yeah,
I'm just playing around, like, you know, we cool.
But also,
but if we like in court and I'm like actually mad and call you like something bad,
stupid,
then it's different.
Also, what comes into play is the fact that like we have a relationship, like we know each other, and that's what he brought up too. He's like, this man on the court, he's like, who's to say? You know, it's easy to think, well, they're teammates. What if they weren't teammates? It's easy to think, you know, oh, they break bread together, they go and sit down, because that's the way I'm thinking of it. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm making an excuse for racism. It's just the way my mind worked in that. I was like, you're with your teammates, people you hang out with, and then they talk trash, and it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the same thing, like of us, like literally, like more of us, like just making fun of each other, or making, you know, saying crap, or like stereotypic type of things. But it's also things like, if you mention like a race, like, it's just hatred. It just depends on where your heart is. It's like, I don't like this specific part of you. You keep on mentioning or saying it. It's like, okay, guy, like, calm down.
That makes
It's like whenever I make, like, I don't do it often, but whenever I would like make a Mexican joke about y'all, or y'all like make fun of me for being Peruvian, like I know where it comes from, but like if it's like a stranger, if I'm just at a store and I get into a conversation with a stranger, or an argument or whatever, and they for some reason know I'm Peruvian and they bring that up, like then it's like, okay,
that's like, targeting.
Yeah, that's targeting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially because, like, if they hear you, like, your friends making fun of you, and you still kind of, like, get offended, but you still laugh it off, and they come in and try to be part of that group, you're like, nah, you're not part of that group. Like, we're not friends. Like,
I don't know advantage at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nah, calm down.
I bet I hate that.
Just jump in for the cheap shots.
Like in sports, I remember there was one of my teammates. We were like talking trash. We were just talking trash and whatever, and hanging out, and we were eating. And I forgot. I said something to him. It didn't have to do anything with race, but I was just like, I was scoring on him. I forgot what it was, but it either had to be with his physical features or his clothes, something. And he was like, man, shut up, bro, before I have your dad cut my grass, or something like that. And we were talking trash, and it was amongst teammates, so like obviously the other teammates were like, they laughed, and I was like, So I guess like because of situations like that, that's why I guess it could sound like when we had that topic, I was excusing it. But it's not that I was excusing it, I was just like putting my own opinion into, well, this is how I feel about it.
I feel like back then you don't think about it like that, like I'm being racist towards you. Like nobody thinks about it or thought about it that way before, but now.
There's a lot of situations that you're like laughing, like at the moment you're laughing and cracking up and you think you're having a good time, but afterwards you're like, oh crap, that happened, like I said that, like, man, that it felt like we were having fun, like we were doing this, but he like, dang it, I shouldn't have done that, or like,
I feel like that's what you think about it.
I think the biggest thing there is time and place, because easily there with my teammates and friends, I could have got offended. I could have been like, hey bro, like why would you say that? But I mean, if it hurt my feelings, it did hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings. But I feel like also my teammates, they probably would have been like, come on, bro. Like, it is a joke. It was a joke. And I feel like it's a difference between distinguishing that and distinguishing, and like, for example, the Jeremy Lin situation. I guess if he did go in the interview and say, look, hey, that's happened, and he's opening up about it, then I feel like, maybe it is a problem. It is a problem, so.
I didn't know exactly what had happened there either, so I don't know. I still don't even know. I never read up to it or anything like that. But yeah, it's just like, if somebody was saying, hey, they were being racist towards me, and then you were like, no, well, it happens in competitive. It's like, racism is one thing, but it's like being competitive is another. It's
I think there, though, one of the biggest things, and it's something Daniel mentioned the last podcast we did, was stepping up to the plate and confronting somebody about it. Like, I'm not sure about the whole story with the Jeremy Lin thing, but did he go up to that teammate and be like, hey, look, man, look what you said? Or if it wasn't a teammate, that person said, look, what you said was racist, this and that. Did he confront that person, and what attitude did that person have? I'm not sure if any of that happened or if it did, but what I do know is
would you do that if someone came up to you and like, okay, but the way I'm seeing it now that you mentioned it earlier was like, you know, what, maybe they're not friends. Maybe there's someone that don't know each other.
But that
like,
person,
hey, shut up, coronavirus. Like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Like, that's kind of damn, bro. Like, I don't know you like that, you know?
At that point, it's just like your intention of just being racist because you're mad.
Yeah, but that's what. But that goes back to like, to that. It's like I don't. It feels like.
It feels like why
it's
do that when it's somebody you don't know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels
I
like
agree
over
with that
the
when
top.
it's I agree
Take
with that when it's
advantage of
regular
that.
people. But when it's if the person that did that is a person like that has a platform, and you have somewhat the same platform as Jeremy Lin, I think it kind of falls a little bit in your responsibility to be like, look, hey bro, or hey man, look, what you said was racist, this and that. I want to, I just want to alert you. If your intentions were that, then you need to be very careful, or maybe seek some help because you have a platform. It's not just like a random bum. Like if a bum called me a wetback, I wouldn't be like, hey man, let's talk about this. It's like you're a bum.
But you can't really talk. I don't think you can. Like, I don't think players talk to each other one to one, like outside the court. Like once that team leaves that court, like that's it.
Bro.
You can't. You gotta talk to their PR or to their PR person or to their manager or to like thing, and they're like, I'm not gonna deal with it. But then again, I don't think he should have like gone to the news or whatever. I don't know if he did or whatever. I
think his intentions were more to bring awareness to it. But I feel like a big thing there is communication. I think that's the only way. If you, I feel like because I think it goes back to cancel culture and when we talked about that. If you just completely be like, no, this person was in the wrong without ever trying to educate them, you're gonna generate hatred. You're gonna generate, that person might stay ignorant, and you might say, whoa, the consequences from other places will, help fix them or
because if anything, you have to look at both sides too. It's like, okay, why would this person who knows is gonna be in the spotlight, who knows, why would he say that? It's like he's just trying to be funny. He's trying to be like, he also has to look at the other side too. It's like, well, he's just trying to be competitive. He's trying to make me angry in the field. Like, he's not trying to make it personal.
But that's the thing is, I think with
sports,
that's where it all comes into place. Is that if you're in sports,
and it used to be even worse. Like if you look at y'all seen The Last Dance? But like if you ever see like an old documentary like about Jordan or Magic Johnson or Larry Bird, like back then, they'll tell y'all like, man, some things were said on that court that it's like you would never say outside of it. There was some topics and things said to people in that competitive state where they're trying to get into your head. And I know Jordan has done it. They've spoken about Jordan was a person that would try to get into your head too. He would say some things and just try to trigger you. And I guess like I said, that was part of the reason why I was not excusing it, but saying I can understand where that stuff comes from. But at the end of the day, it's still wrong.
Yeah, and that's what whenever you said it too, that's what like that's wrong. But then at the same time, I was like, well, that makes sense. Yeah, like competitive.
I think what all this boils down to because let's say you're out having you're playing basketball with your friends and you hear them say something that like kind of hurts you too, and you're just like, well, dang, that's kind of the things that they're carrying around too. When can you say things like that? Because like it brings because if you're out in the field and you say something and you hear your friend say something that's kind of like, dang, that kind of that's kind of rude. Like, dang, he's that type of person. So why should I come up to him and certain issues? So what I'm saying is this type of conversation really just takes away a space for men to talk to. I mean, I guess like a safe space, because. Do
you think they're gonna be taken seriously by their boys?
Huh?
Like, do you think they're gonna be taken seriously by their boys, kind of thing? If they open up about something or.
No, I feel like if you just now we're talking about Jeremy Lin bringing up like a racist comment that offended him or hurt him, and now we're like, oh, it's because he's just playing sports. We're letting that buy sports.
What are you laughing? He's been playing it from. What?
Keep going.
But it's like
I don't know about sports. That's why I don't know.
What was your question?
I don't know what I was talking about.
You were saying like a safe space for men.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's talk about a safe space for men.
Okay, so I think the question in that boils down to: do you think men are allowed or even encouraged to talk about their emotions?
No. I think what I'm saying now,
and not just emotions, but like things. Are they allowed to bring up certain things without people telling them like, "Bro, shut up, be a man about it," or whatever?
I just think.
How do you see it?
Men should just watch what they say all the time. Like think about the things you say. Like,
it's hard to not on sports. It's hard to kind of like that type of talk in sports. It's hard not to do. I know it's
being
wrong.
racist.
Yeah, I think that's the topic we were.
I mean, but because you would even talk
crossing
about
it.
somebody's like daughter, like family member. I would say,
you can talk trash in sports. Like, bro, you slow. Like, you could be like, bro, you jump. Like, you can
Like all the time,
make
like bro,
fun
you
of
a
someone.
bum, bro.
because,
Like
you
you a
know,
bum if you do this.
So most of the time, what that is trying to get into your opponent's head.
Yeah.
And some good athletes or some people that play sports a lot, calling them slow, calling them fat, calling them like trash, you're not gonna get to them.
That's like a slap.
So
in the
that
hand.
they'll start seeing what can I say to trigger you. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
When I would play sports, if I would be like, oh, you trash.
Yeah.
Like in regular court, that gets to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Call them
Or trash. Like,
Yeah.
maybe every started dog tries to go get trash.
Or like
Yeah.
they'll put up a shot and be like, oh, that's off. Like that stuff.
Oh, shut, yeah, like get
But
the
some
man.
people, especially pros, they play sports their whole life, so that stuff it doesn't get to them.
That's just normal.
Yeah. So I feel like in pro sports, the tactics
You have to
of
find-
it are you have to find something to say or some area to hit where it's gonna bother that person or it's gonna get into their head.
I mean, imagine how many games they play, how many sports there is, and how much trash talk
There's a lot.
has been just swept under the rug. Like, I'm sure there's been more
Because
racial things.
because
going
some men
on.
decide, hey, whatever.
They're like,
we're mellow.
They're able
don't
they're
matter,
able to
yeah.
just walk away from it. But
like, does it really matter what they say?
Because it's a,
Like,
like
the thing is, like, well, then that gets to the point of if some now that just opens it up to just a free for all, then just be a man. So suck it out.
See,
Like,
that's where it's difficult. And as a man, that's why I said communication is something you need to have. Like if we're joking around and you say something about my mom, some mom jokes I'm just like, that's funny. But if you say like something to where I feel like you're insulting my mom or you're calling my mom something, I'll tell you, hey,
bro.
like
chill, bro.
like if somebody's mom is actually like bedridden or something, and you're like, oh, your mom can't walk, and you make fun of her, whatever, you're like, and she's like, hey, bro, my mom is bedridden, and you're like, oh, well, my bad, I'm sorry. You're gonna make fun of something else, you're not gonna make fun of that.
The line is,
Like-
is vague for men. And
Yeah.
that's why it's important as men to talk about it. And sometimes they'll be like, come on, bro, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a man, you have to, if there's stuff you're uncomfortable with or you don't like,
You gotta say
you,
it.
you have to speak up about it. Even if they say, oh, you being a little punk, hey, whatever, bro. You ain't gonna talk about it again, bro. Or these hands
Yeah.
I mean, even then, like, even at the moment, they're gonna like try to block themselves, be like, oh no, I'm not scared, like, oh, I'm gonna still make fun of it. But then once they go home or whatever, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna make fun of that guy anymore. Like,
Hopefully.
I mean, yeah, hopefully, you
But
fingers
the
crossed or
thing is,
whatever.
basically, what I'm trying to say is like, words are said. Like, the guy, I don't know how to say it, 'cause like words they can lead to violence pretty much. Eventually, and that's what I'm saying is like, let's just not
It just
go to the
depends how you
point.
take it in, though. Depends how you see it.
As-
It's
as-
like,
as-
Well,
bro,
then that's
we're
what
just
I'm
playing
saying.
around.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
cool.
As men, you're expected for most things to slide off, though.
Yeah, to just ignore things that actually might be like, bad, like, that are just sweeping up under the rug, like bad stuff, like, like
Yeah,
racism
'cause-
and stuff.
yeah.
When do you bring it up now? Then, since you're saying, well, then you're a man, you gotta man up.
Yeah, now that you mentioned this too, like there's this, I don't know how much you guys follow the YouTube community type of thing, but it's like with this David Dobrik type,
Oh, yeah,
that
I
he
heard
made it his friend. Like if I were to make you make out with Daniel, saying, hey, he's a girl, and because he has long hair, he like, comes with a mask, and you make out with him, you're like, ah, it was Daniel. It's
We
like
fight, bro. We fight.
It's
Yeah.
like, is that okay for me to make fun? You not talk about it anymore? You're like, nah, he
See,
didn't
that's
mess
it.
me up. He.
That's what I feel like you have to. That's why I said the communication. I feel like as a man, the biggest responsibility comes with if something bothered you, if something was not all right with you,
Yeah.
to say something. A handful of
then-
people are gonna make you feel like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. But hey,
But at
you
the
have to suck that
moment,
up.
well, cause I was listening to the guy that made the thing. But it's like he at the moment too, like he's with David or whatever. He's trying to be famous. He's like, trying to laugh it up, and then afterwards he's like, man, like I didn't want to do that. Like that's crap. That's messed up. Then would you call him and be like, hey, Dan? And then he does it again.
Well, so the guy called David.
Yeah, he said, hey, you know, that's messed up, and let's not do that again. And then, and David's like, well, what if we do it again, but we give you a share of money? And you're like, no, let's not. But it's like, okay, like
well,
not okay, but it's
say,
like,
you want the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that falls on you. And let's say he did it
yeah,
sneaky.
it wasn't really because of the money.
Say,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly.
But let's say this guy shows up and Dobrik secretly did it or whatever, and kind of tricked him into it. I feel like they're, as a man, and this is just me, maybe a little bit of the caveman taking over, but as there, I feel like I talked to you, I told you this, and you went and did it anyway.
Right.
Now you're gonna catch my face.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, it's like, nah, let's not.
Like now, I'm either gonna walk away from it and never talk to you again because you've crossed that line, and I'll have to say as a man, I feel like fight or flight kicks in there. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, and I'm just saying you'll catch my face.
Oh no,
but I'm not sure if you guys have ever. I've seen this video a handful of times, usually like on Instagram or whatever. Have y'all seen the video of the poker game, where like a dude is they're like wondering if they're gonna bid higher, and there's a guy that like outbid him, like says I'm gonna raise you this much, and the other dude's trying to get into his head and like messing with him, like what do you want me to do? And the other dude, is there with the initial dude. He's there with his poker face, just not saying anything. And the guy keeps poking at him. And that guy ends up saying, like, hey, you're being verbally abusive. Will some people look at that and be like, come on, bro, it's a poker game. He's trying to get in your head. Yeah, but if it bothered you and you feel like what that guy was doing, you have to stand up. Even if you're going to look like a punk, even if people are going to tell you, man, you have to say something.
Whether he stops or not, like you said it, or you can be like, oh, you can scream after. Yeah, you could just keep on saying, like, you gotta stop, like, you're being mean, you're being rude or whatever, but it's like, you have to stand up. That's true, that's a fact.
And it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like it does fall a lot more on men to do that, because as women, and as much as we want like equal rights and stuff, and women to be treated like individuals, I feel like women will always, and I feel like should always receive some form of sympathy, because they're women, and because men we're a lot stronger, we're a lot more persuasive. We fall into a category where women do need to be a little bit more protected. Even though some feminists want to act like, oh, you need to treat me the same. I'm sorry, bro, but you need to be a little protected, and it's okay with that shooting. What you gonna bring up that shooting that happened? Where did it happen? In Atlanta?
In Boulder.
Boulder?
The shooting.
I don't know about the Boulder one.
Yeah. Well, whenever I saw shooting on a thing, I looked up shooting in on Google, and literally shooting in Atlanta.
What happened in Boulder?
And I was like, man.
It was just, I think, I only saw it was like 21-year-old dude, or 22. The one in Atlanta was also 22. So they're both 22. So they're both 22, and the one in Boulder, he just shut up. I'm not sure if it was like Walmart, but it was like a grocery store, and I think the cop in that one said he killed 10 people, but most importantly, he killed a cop.
Well, most importantly.
Yeah, I was like, so that's what the cop reported on that one. But 10 people died just because some guy wanted to. There's no reason behind it. I didn't even look at the reason behind it. It was just like, why are you shooting? Like, why?
I think I saw.
At what point?
Ted Cruz bring that up. Did y'all see Ted Cruz talk about it?
Because I'm going out to the border.
Yeah, I think he was talking about also like, because he's trying to fight for like guns.
Gun control.
Yeah.
Well,
no. He wants
guns.
guns.
He says like he's bringing that up so that not to.
And something he said that was so ironic, I saw it, was a statement where he said after every mass shooting, the left or the right, I forgot what it is in politics, but the other side always wants to bring up gun control and taking away guns. And somebody said, did he hear himself? Because he literally just said after every mass shooting.
Yeah.
Like there's something wrong if there's constant mass shootings.
Yeah.
There should be more strict laws on the type of guns.
Because
they be selling freaking assault rifles. I feel like the citizens just need handguns.
I feel like
why the heck do you need an AR for?
Yeah. I think it's illegal to have an automatic weapon though. I don't think you're allowed.
But I mean,
some semi. Like he has to have like
some ARs are semi.
Yeah.
But I think that they banned the stock that makes it an automatic that makes the gun into the semi-automatic.
Yeah, but still.
You don't need all that, bro.
You won't need all that.
I don't understand it. I don't understand most people when it comes to like those kind and guns, I understand.
Yeah.
And if you like hunting and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
the
I
thing is,
understand.
like, it's certain things, but like you just.
But
wanna
it's for
have
what? To have it in your house? to show it off to your friends?
I mean, cause yeah, from here to what would be the closest place that you can go hunting? From here, like 2 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be.
So it's like,
Are you not allowed to hunt in Texas?
that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah,
What is
maybe
it?
in
Yeah,
Texas, but I don't know
Where's the
where.
hunting spots?
What is there to hunt?
So yeah, like why would they sell hunting rifles here in Dallas? Like, there's nowhere to hunt here in Dallas. I don't know why would you sell hunting rifles. Like, just sell pistols.
When it comes to that, like, I don't know. I feel like, show me various occasions where a person would have needed that kind of weaponry to protect themselves from the government.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Like, when's the last time the FBI came to your house and you needed to protect yourself?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Just the other day, bro. I was outside.
Yeah, he went and shot up 11 people. I think that the point is like where. Well, I don't know, cause
It's America.
Why
Just
is he
let it
shooting?
happen.
Did he die? Or
Let it happen?
I mean, yeah, they're letting it happen. They're
Oh,
not
I
making
thought,
any
I
laws.
thought you said it's America, just let it happen.
No, it's America. They're letting it happen.
Oh.
yeah.
They're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. Like, bro, y'all letting it happen. Y'all are okay with this for not making laws.
Why don't other countries have as many mass shootings or in school shootings as America? Why is it?
Because nobody
Gun
hates
control.
themselves as us.
That is.
Everybody does hate America though. Even though they're-
I hate America too.
Even Americans hate America.
You know what Americans do really good though? Shows.
Barbecue.
Sitcoms. And we
I do love it.
Tell me more.
I do love it. Good American sitcom shows.
Speaking of sitcoms, let's get into our beloved segment Mount Rushmore. This week we're gonna be doing not technically sitcoms, but TV shows with actual actors, so non-anime, non-cartoon.
No voiceovers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Except for laugh. Except for laugh tracks.
Sergio hates laugh tracks.
I kind of do. Some shows.
I think they can be funny sometimes, bro. Sometimes I feel like they add to it.
Never.
They got that one dude in the back that's always like, oh.
I know. I do be noticing that too, and I'm like, oh my god, they're dead right now.
Yeah, there's some of those laugh tracks for like 50 years old.
Yeah, that's all. Like, anyway.
Anyways,
I hate it because it's not funny, but the laughing, you're just like, I guess I have to laugh. You're like,
I guess they said
like,
it
bro,
too.
it's not funny. You take out
No,
the laugh.
yeah, it's just a
Like,
lot of times that they make like non-jokes and they laugh tracks, and I'm just like, okay, that's too much.
That's when I was in 7th grade, my English teacher said that was the reason why The Office was so funny, was because that was the first show. I'm not saying it was the first show, but then they took away the laugh track so that you can you make your own funny.
Yeah. If I don't laugh when the laugh track is going, then that's when I'm like, I don't like this. But if I'm laughing along, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think a lot of, in The Office, I think a lot of times they replaced the laugh track with people's faces and reactions. Like Michael would say something stupid and it'd show like,
Jim.
yeah, like Jim or like Oscar, like, did he just say that? Well, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
let's get
true.
into. I'll start. Mount Rushmore TV shows. Number one, that I think is gonna be a lot of our number ones. I'm putting The Office up there. The Office is one of the shows that is freaking hilarious, bro. I love it. I love The Office. So many times I can put it on and really not even really pay attention to it. I'll put it on, just put on random episodes, and it's always funny. It's always funny. And as many times as I watch it, like, a lot of those jokes still stick.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
Yeah.
like, new stuff, I'll be like, oh my God, I can't remember he said this.
Yeah.
I can't believe he said this. Or I don't remember it. I feel like it's super funny. My personal favorite character is
Wait, who this too?
not Michael.
Oh, okay.
Michael. I love Michael, man. I think, in my opinion, Michael's the funniest dude in the show. Unpopular opinion there. I don't like Jim or Pam.
No, I'm with that
I
too.
don't like Jim and Pam.
Wait,
I
as a
like-
couple or neither of them?
I really don't like them as, like, characters.
Oh.
Like I feel like they were like they're all right, but I didn't. There's not many times where Jim made me laugh. I didn't think he was super funny. I thought Pam at times was kind of annoying. I was like,
They were pretty bland.
just be a little annoying, a little bland, a little cliche.
She was real.
Jim, I feel like was super overhyped. I think the funniest thing about Jim was his face reactions to something Dwight or,
Yeah, he would just
or
make
Michael would
faces.
say.
I feel like Jim wasn't meant to be funny. She's like
Yeah.
that
That
normal dude.
the
that's
normal
supposed to
yeah.
work.
He's like, oh my god, I have to deal with this.
Yeah. I mean, there were times where like I was just like, Jim, you're trying to. Everybody here is stupid. And I feel like you needed a character like that, but I don't know. I didn't like him as one of the main characters. He's not in my top 5.
Yeah. Because past season 3? It's like you once Michael's out, it's like it's just dumb. Because he becomes more of like the focus. Jim does. Like whenever he starts traveling Pam, and it's like no, it's
They
like,
focus more into that.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's just like
I
you're not.
I didn't get into the love story at all either.
Yeah.
Like
No.
throughout, like even the moments where like he proposed or stuff like that, where they were going
Yeah.
through issues, I really didn't care. I was like,
I cared more about Michael.
okay.
What were you watching the show for then?
Yeah, no, what was crazy? I
It's a
cared
good
more
show.
about Michael's love interest than I cared about Jim and Pam.
It's a good show, but you don't care about Jim. That's the whole show.
No, it's not.
That's
It's,
basically the whole show.
It's about the
I think he's in most every scene, but I feel like every scene he's carried by Dwight or Michael. Shoot,
He really doesn't have much on.
Yeah, 'cause
He's
whenever-
just there, it's just.
I was more interested in Michael and Holly and Michael and Jan than I was with
Everything
Jim
is
and
Michael.
Pam.
Michael was just
Yeah,
interesting.
because whenever I rewatch like an episode, I rewatch it for Michael's bits or somebody else's bits other than Jim's and Pam's. I don't watch it for I remember when Jim did this. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, when Pam did no, it's like Michael freaking stupid. But
The only thing Pam did was when. No, she didn't.
Art school.
No, she failed art school too.
But yeah, so anyways, my also is gonna be Office.
The
So
Office, yeah.
once we already talked about it, so Office.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody you got.
He hasn't said anything.
That's what you got anything
What's
other
your
than The
number?
Office?
Just go for a second one. Why say it?
Everybody
The
knows
Office?
Office.
The Office, yeah, The Office.
So Office.
How many times have y'all watched it?
A lot.
Yeah, it's countless times. It's down to a point where like as soon as I can just go to The Office and just click any episode and I know exactly what's about.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what seasons y'all like to go to the most? Like I know when I'm not
Season
watching
4.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Three.
4 and 5 are my
I was gonna say 3 and
favorite.
Well, it's just like
Yeah.
I only just watch it like when Holly gets there,
Yeah.
because it's just Holly and Michael. Where it's like they I don't know, like it's just like they're
Midway season.
made it a little bit more interesting to The Office.
Okay, my number 2, since we all went to Office for number 1, number 2 for me would be How I Met Your Mother. I love that show. I felt like that show I don't feel like it was as funny as Office, but I do feel like it had a lot of funny parts where it was funny, but I got real invested in the story. I feel like the story was really good. I feel like they had because I mean if I were to tell you somebody were just to tell me the plot of a show with 9 seasons and they were like it's really literally about a guy trying to find the mother of his kids, I'd be like they made 9 seasons of that, but
Yeah, they made it good. Yeah, they
it
made
carried
good.
well. Every single season was great. The sad scenes that they put in there, they really hit close to home for me. Oh my god, they hit me. A couple scenes in that show made me cry, made me tear up a little bit, especially like
Wait, a whole season?
no show,
Oh.
so a couple episodes where they try to hit the sentimental scenes. Marshall's dad scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that scene hit me really hard. But yeah, I love it. That's always a show I can go back to as well.
Yeah, nah. I would go with Parks and Recs, which I thought that's what you were gonna go with whenever you said The Office. But I would go with Parks and Recs. That show I can also rewatch back to back and just crack up every time. It's freaking hilarious. Every character is different. Every character is
What's your favorite?
It's either gonna be Ron because Ron kind of that's just aspire to be type of thing, but I'm not trying to be him. Or Andy.
Andy's freaking awesome.
Andy's just.
That's where Chris Pratt blew up.
Yeah.
I typed in your symptoms and it says no connectivity issues.
Connectivity issues.
Yeah, Andy, especially because I also want to aspire to be Andy, the dumb character, because good, huh?
April? Fact.
Jesus.
But yeah, Parks and Rec. You go.
The 90s show. I don't watch many shows, so I probably won't have any more after this.
Oh,
What show you said?
Oh, the night.
I feel like it'll be
show.
interesting.
The
90s or
show?
70s?
Oh, it's a 70s show.
That
The
70s
70s show?
It's-
Yeah, I was gonna say that next, but that's 70s show or that's or the 90s? I don't know what. The
That
90s.
The
70s
70s show.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
What is it like?
That's.
It's a bunch of potheads in the basement.
It's just like teenagers. Yeah. It's
I don't know
It's
why-
just teenagers in the 70s in the basement. Yeah.
I don't know
I
why
think
I
that
always
sometimes
feel
makes sense.
like I've never seen it, but I always put it in the category of like Friends.
No,
It's not
pretty
like Friends
funny.
at all?
No, it's pretty fun. It's
A whole
pretty
lot better than
you
Friends
like
is trash.
It's an old show, so it's like it has. I mean, it has laugh tracks and all, but it's pretty funny. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it has laugh tracks and I laugh along
That's
with
a
it,
viewable.
I'm like,
laugh
okay.
track.
Yeah, it's pretty
And I laugh along with all of that track.
Because
I'm like,
they're basically making it's like a parody show of like a family in the 70s,
Yeah.
kind of, because it was like filmed later on, like traditional. But my show is Mindhunter. That's it's a Netflix show. It's about like serial killers.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen
It's
it.
like well, it's not about serial killers.
Oh,
But like
I've
they
seen it,
interview,
but I like it.
they interview. It's in the 70s too. But they go around. That's like I love that show.
I don't like how it cuts off on the serial killers talking, and I'm like, I want to hear everything he has to say.
So like,
Well,
is
then
it
look it up.
is it like
No, I
Criminal
wouldn't-
Minds at all, or
Huh? No.
is it?
Because it's like the beginning of how like the FBI got into that finding serial killers. It's like when they first started like the whole like there's one person committing all these crimes and that's how they committed to like a serial killer. That's where it started.
So is it all about one serial killer, or just
No, it's like various like they're like
every episode?
yeah they're like it's because it was taboo for them to.
I thought they
interview
took it away
killers.
from Netflix.
No,
Because I've tried to look for it. It's not there.
Mindhunter.
I guess it is.
Still not. But yeah, it's like it was taboo back then to like they saw these people as monsters and stuff. It's like what led them to do that? Like that's what the point is. So they just go and interview like why would you do this? And they use that information to try to stop.
Okay.
Most serious. But it's pretty cool because they teach you a lot.
It sounds pretty dope, but he says, what led you to do this? But then
Yeah,
I'll get into what led him to do this.
It's more about like the
I want
psychological
It's
part.
non-fiction, right? Or fiction?
No, it's based on a book, but the guy that wrote it he's in the FBI. Like it's based on a
okay.
true. It's based on his
Okay.
life,
Okay.
but
But it's fiction.
but it kind of yeah. But like you can like some of the interviews actually did happen. He actually did go and interview these people. He actually did come up with like how to catch these criminals and stuff. But yeah,
How many seasons is it? It's only 2 seasons? How many episodes?
2
In each season? There's like 20 episodes per season?
no, it's like 10 episodes.
Hour episodes?
Yeah.
I guess?
But
How much
I like it. It's pretty. I mean.
If there's good shows that are like just a couple seasons, I might check out. If you
It's
tell me
just-
it's like 7 or 8,
Yeah, like the first season is mostly them just trying to get like a good footing, and then the second season is them actually using their knowledge to find like a serial killer.
okay.
So it's pretty cool. That's the reason, like I don't know. That's my second show.
What's yours?
Third, I think I'm gonna pull out my shocker on this one. It's actually a reality show.
Love Island.
Wait.
No, it's a reality show. Was it Love Island
I
animated?
don't know.
Yeah.
Or no, that's Total Drama.
I've heard Love Island. Brother.
No, mine's a reality show.
Total Drama.
That show go
Yeah,
hard.
I've seen-
it do though.
Yeah, you do.
And I've seen every season of this show. It's 9 seasons out. MasterChef is one of Gordon Ramsay's shows. You know Gordon Ramsay has like a butt ton of shows,
Yeah.
but it's MasterChef. Basically, what it's about, if you haven't seen it, it's they get a bunch of chefs around the world. They usually start with like 20 of them, and they'll just have them like cook different things, and it's a competition. And one gets eliminated every episode. The reason I love it so much is because my dad. It's a show I've watched over the years with my dad a lot. I feel like that's one of the areas like me and my dad bond, because my dad's super into like kitchen and cooking and stuff like that, and I'm kind of into it too. I can cook a little bit, not a lot. I think I can cook more than the average guy my age, but I am kind of interested in it, and obviously like the reality of it, kind of seeing like the drama play out, and people get eliminated, and like Gordon Ramsay just like cursing people out. Like, what the heck is this? But it's one of the shows I got into with my dad. I really like it. I really like it. seeing how creative they can get with the cooking and all that. So
I'm gonna have to go back, to that 70s show. That 70s show got all Michael and Face and Hi.
Oh damn, Jackie! I didn't know weather.
But yeah, it's pretty hilarious, man. But you have to be watching. I don't know any references.
how many seasons long is it? It's like
7 seasons.
I think it's like 7 or 8.
Cause like and then the last 2 they're in the 80s. So
I mean, it kind of ruins it once like Eric leaves, which I don't know what season that is.
I
But
think this is the last season.
yeah, but they I mean, it's a good thing. I think that is the last season because they canceled it afterwards. They're like, no, it's not gonna work. We ruined it, and it's like Michael leaving the office and they canceling
Was
right
it that bad?
afterwards.
Okay, so they ended on time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
they made a good.
I
decision.
mean, they still brought up people and tried to make it, but it still lasted
It
like
didn't
the last season. It was like, no, let's just.
Real quick comment about The Office, bro. I feel like I liked Andy until they tried to move him into that.
Yeah, until
I feel like they messed Andy.
Yeah,
up
because they made
bad.
him look like he was all this, and it's like, no.
And I don't. Some people feel like they redeemed him at the end. I didn't like him. Even at the end when he came back, and I liked the song, but I just didn't like Andy anymore at that point. I was like,
You're too much.
I like the song.
the song was good. You know what I mean? That song wasn't good.
Yeah, it was. When they're in, is that what? Yeah, they're in that party.
Yeah,
And
they're outside.
They're outside.
My third one, since I have no options left, has to be The Walking Dead. I hate it, but that's the only thing I've.
Did you hated it?
Yeah.
Did you like it at first?
I watched the first 2 seasons. After that, it's trash.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the same thing over and over again with different
I
characters.
got to like the 4th episode and I was like, that sucks.
I liked
I think Kajato was watching it, right?
I saw like the first 3 episodes, like, this sucks.
I liked it. I think I watched up to season 5 or 6 when y'all know Negan.
Eleanor? Yeah.
When Negan got
Such a
introduced, and that first season where they were kind of like trying to overtake Negan, I was into then. Once it started getting past that, like that first season after Negan, and Negan was still involved, but after he got introduced, I was
that like
this
the
is
mayor
getting
dude?
porn, huh?
Was that like the mayor dude? The little city?
Yeah, the main.
Yeah, he was it.
No. That's the governor. That season was when they were in the prison and the governor was.
Oh yeah, I stopped watching it.
That season was good though with the governor.
Bro. I'm like, I just want to see that.
Negan was a dude with the baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it.
Caroline? What was her name? What was the bat's name?
Who?
The bat's name?
Lucille.
Lucille. What was that one chick with the blades and dreads?
Michonne.
Was it Michonne?
But I got into the good handful of seasons. I thought it was good, but it
And they came up with a new
got
one, right?
so repetitive. Yeah, I think
Fear
I
the
stopped
Walking-
watching like
Fear the Walking Out.
yeah, I stopped watching like 2 or 3 seasons before
What?
it ended.
Did you guys watch Breaking Bad or no? I like it either. As
I
soon as I
liked
was
it.
starting watching it, I was like, this is gross.
I liked it.
Dumb.
I saw the first one and it was like, the thing that frustrated me is
Starts off a
the
little bit
teacher.
slow. But
The teacher, huh?
it starts off a little bit slow.
Yeah,
compared to how
no, the
fast
teacher.
it
Yeah,
is.
they killed someone, and the teacher tells the guy, he's like, take him to the tub and then put this and this and this and this. The guy's like, why would I put him in the tub? Like, why would I put him in this and
Yeah.
instead of the tub? And then the guy falls asleep. And I was like, why don't you listen to the guy? Like he's literally
yeah.
this boy. Like,
That wasn't
he's
the
so-
first season though, was it?
That was like the first episode. I don't know. It was like the first,
That wasn't the first episode.
or a couple episodes. I don't know.
It might have been the first episode
I think it
of
was
the
the
But
second
as soon as I was like, this sucks. I was like, it's just gonna be him trying to do everything right, and then him
And oh, that's
messing
you being
everything up.
an
And I was
idiot.
like,
It kind of was.
yeah, and I was like, this sucks. And I was like,
That's why I stopped watching that too. I was like, this
Yeah,
It was
like,
good though. I
dumb.
liked it. I didn't finish it.
as soon as I was like, this is exactly what it's gonna be. And it's just,
I've heard that's one of the best TV shows like ever.
It's really good. It's really good. For people that watch shows like that, I forgot what kind of shows those are. Drama, I guess.
Yeah.
Drama shows. It's pretty good. But I mean, once you start getting into other shows and other genres, you realize, okay, this is probably one of the weakest genres of shows that you can watch.
well, mine,
Third one.
Oh.
third one.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go with Penny Dreadful, which I'm probably sure you haven't heard, but it's an HBO show. It's about, it's like It's like a.
So
It's a show based on like Penny Dreadfuls are like scary shows, British books, and so it's like. And it's basically a show with all the. So that's it. Penny Dreadfuls.
It's about British. I'm about to governor.
Isn't it?
It's quite stupid. What's your fourth, mate? What's your fourth one?
Fourth one. I want to put Parks and Rec up there, but I'm gonna go with. I'm actually fighting between three: Parks and Rec.
Hell's Kitchen.
No, Parks and Rec, Roseanne, and The Fresh Prince. I'm gonna go with The Fresh Prince, just for nostalgia. I watched it a lot growing up as an adult. Once they started, they had put it on Netflix for a while, I think.
Yeah.
But I loved it then too. It's where Will Smith got his start. I thought it was a real funny show. I like The Fresh Prince.
What'd you search?
I'm gonna have to go with what? It's three. It's like the whole cop detective type of thing, and it's like, well, I'm gonna go with Leverage. I was gonna give three options, but I forgot the other two options. But I'm gonna go with Leverage. It's it's freaking because I was looking it up online right now, and I was like, crap. I don't know what to go with. But I'm gonna go with Leverage. It's like it's fairly like acted out, detective type of show that makes no sense, but I don't know how to explain it. If
Like
you guys-
Criminal Minds?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Criminal Minds?
I thought y'all like. Is it like that one show? What's that one show where they like defuse bombs?
What's that one show you liked with Spike?
Jonathan used to watch it a lot.
Flashpoint.
Didn't y'all used to like Flashpoint?
I like Flashpoint.
Yeah. Oh.
What's your last one?
Last one. I don't know if I heard of it. Money Heist. That's a good show.
Oh yeah.
That's a very
Nico
good
used to
show.
watch that.
Yeah.
That's all things he would talk about.
That was a good
He'd be
show.
online. He'd be like, I'm gonna watch Money Heist.
It's good though. Have you?
The first.
I haven't seen it, but is it anything like Ozark? I liked Ozark.
Ozark's
in the
good.
beginning.
No, you like the beginning?
I like the beginning of it. The first two seasons. After that, or
It got better after that in season 1.
Is that kind of like the same thing?
after the old lady murked George Lopez.
Yeah.
After that, it got so slow.
You
bro.
telling me George Lopez?
real?
in
You're
That's what I
watching
was-
something with George Lopez?
That's
No,
how
it
it
was
literally
a-
is.
it
It's
was
just
a-
another Mexican.
It was a Hispanic. I'm just being stupid.
Oh,
Like,
that's what
after
I
that,
what
that's
the
where
crap?
everything pulled off. That's where everything like started.
It got so slow. I was like, oh, this is so slow.
I liked it. I didn't like the beginning. After
So Money Heist.
Yeah. It's a good one. I have to watch the first season now. I try to watch the second one. I'm like, it's probably gonna be the same thing as the first
Yeah.
one.
Money Heist fans when they heist money. You see those memes?
Horrible.
What's your fourth one?
Oh,
Before he says
I don't
anything
know.
else.
My fourth one. I'm gonna go. My coworker brought it up earlier. The Wayne brothers. That was a show we used to watch back in.
The Wayne.
The Wayne brothers. It was the Wayne brothers, right? The show.
I don't know if that's
it
what
was
it's
on
called.
27.
I do remember the show, The Wayne.
And it had
The Waynes are funny.
yeah, the reason why we brought it because what's his name? Something Witherspoon. I forgot his first name, but he
John
passed
Witherspoon.
away. John Witherspoon.
Pops.
Yeah, he had passed away, and I was
Is
like,
that
oh
him?
yeah. And it was a show that we used to watch. Well, I mean, I used to watch when I get home from school, and like they would just kill time. It was a funny show, so it was good. You know, so
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like y'all's list is trash.
I don't watch the TV shows.
Bro, your list sucks.
My list is amazing.
It's like super mean.
Mama said he watched Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, and his list
You
is
brought up the Breaking
amazing.
Bad?
I didn't put any of those in
No,
my
I
list.
know. I'm just saying you watched it.
You
You
What
does
sat
that have to
there.
do with my list?
You
What are your
sat
top
there
four? What are your
and
top four?
watched it.
What are your top four?
I forgot what they were.
The Office, How I Met Your Mother, MasterChef, which is kind of, I know that's my one-off, and then Fresh Prince.
Anyway.
Okay, Leverage. All right, last segment. Let's get
Literally
into
the only one.
our would you rather questions. I hope y'all have y'all's because I got one, and mine is for Sergio. So, Sergio, would you rather for a year not be able to wash your mouth, which means like brush your teeth, mouthwash,
You asked this
floss?
already.
No. Would you rather for a year not be able to wash your mouth, so brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash,
Or my butt.
Your mama die. Nah, or not be able to clean your butt for a year. That means no bidet, no wipes, no toilet paper.
Jesus.
My mouth, obviously.
You stank.
Maybe just keep your mouth shut.
How reasonable though.
Just keep
I
your
mean, we
mouth
be wearing
shut.
masks now, so.
Yeah.
Why
Not
you
worried
don't
about it.
always bring up that when it comes to mouth hygiene? You just wear a mask.
What's
I
up with
mean,
you
it's
on
just
that
my
thing, bro?
butt on my mouth. I don't want to be itchy butt. I don't
Imagine
want to be
what-
known as Sergio Itchy butt.
Imagine passing through and you smell like doodle.
You can hop in the shower.
You just said you can't clean your butt. No
You
bidet,
you
no.
can't clean your butt with like bidets, wipes, or toilet paper. If you hop in the shower, you're gonna clean yourself. It's the same thing of like
Well,
I can rinse my mouth.
with water.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's better
And
than
soap.
No.
Does it?
No.
Damn, so your mouth, that's it?
I would say so. I mean, yeah. You can I do toothpick and stuff like
No, it
Floss.
counts as flossing.
floss? I mean,
No, like dental hygiene.
What if he has like some meat?
well, that's the same
in
thing
his
as
It
me.
mouth.
stays in there.
Why
You could
is
like
my
put
butt-
water in your mouth and try to like wish wash it out, but
Hold it in your mouth and you can't swallow it.
I think so. Damn, how do
The
my
Office?
mouth?
Nothing?
no.
Uh,
That's gross.
He got one.
do you?
Hey, bro. Yeah, I got one.
Oh, that's a.
Well, we're not saying our top fours?
I feel like in the shower you can just
Oh, we always
you
skip
can
that.
just the whole cheeks open and water runs through the cheeks.
But you don't have brushing it, though.
Huh? I mean you'll
brush
brush it
your
out. You'll brush.
You don't clean your butt?
You'll
Oh,
clean
yeah,
it
clean it if I
outside.
don't brush it. What do you
Well,
brush
not
it
brush
with?
it, but you
Oh.
just fill it with water. Just rinse top of it.
Oh.
I mean, I
What?
feel like some of the soap will get in. I feel like you would
That's
some.
gross. You have to
I
clean
feel like
That's
I
disgusting.
know,
The poop gonna
I
run
know,
down
I'm
your
not
legs.
saying you just do this for no reason. I'm saying that if you were left with the choice, I feel like it'd be easier to at least somewhat kind of be able to clean your butt a little bit than it would your mouth. I feel like. Your
I
mouth.
feel.
I guess
like the mouth,
I'm just
bro.
real big on dental hygiene, bro. Like,
Yeah, but so,
Stank
so like
mouth.
nothing.
It's because that's what I'm saying. If you're saying I can't wipe, if you're saying I can't,
No
like,
wipe, no bidet.
yeah, then I can't like when I'm showering, I can't like go back there and clean it. Like it's
that's
it's
like
not
going
gonna-
back there and cleaning it. But I mean, you're still gonna like it's water still gonna get in there.
That's
The
not-
middle. How about we do this? Let's send the question on you. What would you rather do? Would you rather
I
stink?
don't know. The question ain't on me though.
Well, it sounds like you want to sing. like
Okay,
that.
let's just all say, okay, yeah, we agree with you, Sergio. Next.
We do.
They always do, but
We
it's
do.
always weird.
We
when
don't know about you.
Anyways, go.
You rather
Oh.
have no arms?
You want to go? Or you want me to go?
Oh, you go.
Alright, alright. Well, I got one. I guess. Well, I'll go for Daniel.
Ask somebody else.
I'll go for Daniel. I don't know. Would you rather, like, have to scream and yell everything you say, right? Like anything that comes out of your mouth, you're like,
So Louis, so
"Please."
you live as me.
or
Oh God.
or everything you hear for it to be high pitched.
Oh.
Like somebody speaks to you, you're like. Anything you hear,
I'd rather
like
talk.
a mouse in your
I
ear.
rather speak loud. I rather speak loud.
So anywhere you go, you're just gonna.
I mean, yeah.
You in the restaurant.
Oh,
Having dinner with your
you
wife.
Whenever you go to some public place,
I'll
and
have
you're like,
the fajitas.
You
Show up late to your
screaming
job.
like
Sorry, I'm late. My alarm didn't go off. My apologies. My apologies. I don't let it happen again. All right. You're fired. What?
this always happens.
I'm a man get a job in the first place.
You showed up at the interview. You at the pharmacy trying to buy some. Can I get some Pepto Bismol?
Alright, so what are your weaknesses?
What are your strengths? My voice.
Oh my god.
That brings our next topic.
You guys.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and then you were here, like, literally speaking to me.
Rapper.
Alright, Liz. Would you rather, for the rest of your life, take cold showers or hot showers? That means the thing all the way.
All the way?
All the way. No mercy.
Oh.
Either cold or hot showers.
No mercy.
Alright, cause I take cold showers from time to time.
Do you take like freezing showers?
Not
Or
freezing,
cool?
no, cold. Not even cool, like cold, because it makes me wake up, like you get in the shower, like it feels like you're in the what? Like,
No!
It feels like you jump in a pool and you're like woo, swimming, and like it feels refreshing, to be honest, to take a cold.
I'm asking you because
shower.
since last week our gas went out and I take showers, like cold showers. So I want to know.
It sucks.
Is it really,
It wakes
really
you
cold?
up.
So I've taken cold showers and even like borderline cold showers, but sometimes when the water's been like super cold, it's hard for me to get in there. There was one shower I took that was cold. It was really cold, and I was in there like shaking the whole. It was
Like in the
hard.
end, like
You're shaking, you're not even the water's pouring in front of you. You're
And
like,
not only that, but I couldn't take my time. I couldn't because
Yeah.
I'm like.
You're
But
fast.
I've also
Yeah,
been in
you
a
get it
super
out.
hot shower.
It burns.
Same freaking thing.
I've
'Cause you're
I've
like,
never been on an uncomfortable hot shower. Oh, really? Oh, I guess you're right.
So I don't know.
It do be hitting different spots.
whoa.
Oh, your mama down.
Well,
I don't. That one's really hard because I'm really thinking about both and how much they suck and how hard it is to get clean. Oh my god! But when it's hot,
Suck when
have
it's
you been
hot.
in that super hot one?
Yeah.
When it's,
Yeah.
Oh my god, it burns.
but yeah, I'd rather be hot because it only burns for a second. But cold, you step away, you're still like.
Well, I mean, I don't think it only burns for a second.
I mean, with the
That,
cold,
in that super hot one I've had, it burnt like
I haven't
I
had
couldn't
it that
stay in
hot.
there.
I
I was
haven't had
like,
it that hot, no.
like I had to like get out.
I mean, with the cold,
It's
I
almost
think after like 5 to 10 minutes, your body it gets used to the cold, and you're just like
It only
Just
takes
shower
me
and
15
chill.
minutes to shower.
And high, like
in the cold shower. I took like 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, like part by part.
he walks in. All right, shampoo, soap. All right, let's go.
The steam
Hot
will
water.
take everything up. The steam will get
Oh
everything
my
up.
God. I think cold.
Cold.
I think I would be able to withstand the cold, and eventually I would get used to it. I think hot, if it's burning, it's gonna hurt you.
It's gonna hurt.
I think cold like
It
just
doesn't
messes
hurt
with your
you.
nerves, and it's like
Yeah.
it's hard to withstand
Yeah.
it. But heat, if
It
it's super
physically
hot,
hurts
I think
you.
it's going to physically hurt you.
Affect you.
And so I would take cold.
3 burn.
I'll take cold.
It's tough, bro.
Oh my god, it was
Do you have one?
You know,
Full.
I know you.
You ain't got one
Just come up with one.
for C's.
All right, Caesar. Would you rather? Would you rather? All right. Would you rather have the ability to fly for 8 seconds? Making any difference? Fly for 8 seconds, or would you rather teleport 3 times a day?
Teleport.
8 seconds
Three?
at a time. So like as soon as he touches
Yeah.
the ground, he can fly again for
Yeah.
8 seconds.
Yeah, only 8 seconds.
Teleport.
Yeah.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
You can only teleport 3 times a day.
I think that's all I
That's
need.
more than enough.
I think that's
What,
more
what, what would you use your teleports for on a regular day?
Teleport,
To work
travel, work
on a regular day.
on a regular day.
You teleport to work.
To the bank, take the money, get out. No.
I know 2 of those teleports are gonna be to work and back home.
Yeah.
So what's your
I
third
just have
one?
one. Dang, that's
To the
hard.
restroom and then walks back to his room.
I don't know, I guess if I don't want to walk somewhere, I just teleport there and just use it and just walk back.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that it's an odd number of teleports.
Yeah.
You can end up teleporting somewhere you can't teleport back from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on weekends it's gonna be dope. I mean, I can just go here and there. And then the last one.
I think the work one sucks because if you teleport to work, you have to teleport back because you don't have a vehicle. I feel like if you just choose not to use them for work, then you got 3 teleports.
Or you just fly, take like 8 seconds jumps. Wherever, just
But it takes us to where?
just fly on the roof. If you go on the roof, right?
How fast
All
are
right,
you flying though? You're flying like Superman fast, or just like?
You flying?
But you're still running.
You can. I'm pretty sure if you flying, you can control. I mean, like you can control how fast you fly.
That's tough.
You still have an answer. I thought you said teleport.
Yeah, teleport. Teleport any day. Sorry, join this room. It's time to go back to the hall.
No, I feel like
Search room.
Anyways,
Go back.
thank you guys for watching another episode of Got Thinking.
I got 2 teleports left.
Stay tuned for another
When I use it
day, week, or so.
Got 2 teleports.
Alright, guys.
The first one Alright, y'all. This has been this week's episode of Got Caught Thinking. Drop a like, a comment, subscribe, send it to your grandma.
That's
We
what
out
it
this
was.
thing.
That's what it was.